The Joe Rogan Experience.
These last 10 years, man, how different has it been? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. These last 10 months, last 10 weeks, things have been crazy. Yeah. It's a weird time to be alive. Things are happening very rapidly, from the invention of the cell phone to social media to the ability to share videos and for people to get information, for people to find out about world events, for people to get together and try to make change. It's just a different world, man. It's a different world in good ways and in bad ways. It's a different world. People are more disconnected than ever while being more connected than ever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things about this life that are really weird.
Do you think our world's getting better?
I have hope, man. When I see, like yesterday, there was part of the George Floyd protest in downtown LA had filled this. It's the craziest picture, man. You see the picture of the street filled with people, all nonviolent. So all the looting and all that shit seems to have stopped. And now the people that remain seem to be dedicated to change in a way that I can't remember anything like this in my life. I think this man's murder has a real chance of changing the world and changing America for sure. I think it really does. It has a chance in further bridging the divide between people and to get people to look at things in a better way. Like, look how many people got together for this. Look how many people. I mean, it had the real bad parts in the beginning with the looting, but I don't think this is the same people. I think those are people that are broke because COVID kept them locked up in their fucking house for a month at a time without any ability to make any money. And I think people saw free shit and then everything got wild and it was jumping off and people were smashing windows and a lot of people just stole shit. That's what I think. But I don't think that's the same thing that's happening. I think that's happening along with this protest. But the protest is pretty fucking amazing when you think that this, in our time, we've never had a moment like this where literally the whole country is getting together and saying things have to change and stop. They're defunding the Minneapolis Police Department, man.
Yeah. What about
Which I don't think is a good idea.
Yeah. So I was too young, I guess. So I would ask you for this.
The Rodney King shit?
Yeah, the Rodney King. Yeah.
I wasn't here for that. I watched it on TV, but I was in New York. I came here right after the Rodney King shit. But the thing about the Rodney King shit was it was confined to L.A. You know, people weren't rioting about Rodney King in New York. It was just an LA thing. These riots were all over the country, man. I mean, what happened is, what was that guy's name in Baltimore? Freddie Gray?
That sounds right.
Yeah, that was the last big one I remember. That was about 5 years ago. And when Freddie Gray was killed by the cops, they went crazy in Baltimore and lit everything on fire and smashed everything. But it was still just Baltimore, you know? With George Floyd, it's the whole country.
Yeah, now it's just an excuse to...
It was. This is what it is, man. It's like people are fed up, people are pissed, yeah, but they're also broke, man. They got, and it's not through any fault of their own. They got stuck in this COVID thing like we all did, and they were forced to not be able to work for months and months at a time. And most of them still aren't back at work, right? So they're broke and they're fucked, and then this is a chance to steal some shit. I don't condone it. But I saw a lot of what looked like high school kids running out of those things holding boxes of sneakers. Like, they just were taking advantage of free shit. And yeah, there's some bad people in there too. There's some criminals in there too. There's some people that lit, churches on fire. There's some people that did some horrible shit. But I think the whole movement is not connected to that. That's just some people that did some shit taking advantage of a moment in time where everything went haywire. But the people that are marching, they're doing it very peacefully in these enormous groups. I think it's got a real chance of being something that changes the way cops interact with people. It's got a real chance because it's so big.
Yeah, I guess as a fighter, like you don't like, you ever like rough play with your friends when you're a little kid, and then all of a sudden there's like a mosh pit, and then next you know you're being suffocated by everybody's weight, like that feeling. Like these cops, they think, you know, sometimes the people that are being arrested, they're fighting, man, because dude, that's a lot of pressure on the neck, or that's a lot of pressure on the stomach and things like that.
And you know, so they can make the excuse that you're resisting arrest. But look, everyone's going to resist when you put your fucking shin on their neck.
Yeah.
You know, that's crazy. That's torture. And also the way the guy was lying down when he had a shin on his neck, he was lying with his neck against like this drain. So there's this cement drain area, and his neck is right there. So his shin is on the top of his neck, and then the drain area is the bottom. It's fucking horrible. It's horrible to watch, man. It's like you're watching a guy getting tortured to death. Like something has to be done. Now I don't think it's defund the police. I think it's definitely get rid of anybody like that guy, and it's retrain them. Train them where they realize that like there's a chance to do this correctly. You have an amazing job. Being a police officer is incredible responsibility, and it takes an incredibly powerful person to do it and not abuse the power that you have. Because people have a tendency when someone says, "Why do I have to do that?" Because I fucking told you, I'm the cops. Like that's what they're doing when they have that kind of power. They just go to it right away. It's you need exceptional people, and there's a lot of people that aren't exceptional, and some of those become cops. And you see these non-exceptional people who are cops who abuse the fuck out of the power that they've been given. That's the problem. I don't think the problem is that we don't need cops. Like Jesus Christ, if someone's breaking in your house, you want to be able to call the cops. If you got a real problem in your life and you know there's something going wrong, you want to be able to call the cops. But the cops have to have a better relationship with the people in their communities.